bless, no stress. It is your girl Black Queen, aka Mama Fun Funny. I want to thank you for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to click that post notification bell so you can get all the updates of my videos coming up. Today it's all about the American Dream, my first edition, my book. My book is out. It has been out. It's newly published since August the 4th and it has been out. It is on Amazon. You can find The American Dreams by Lizette Clark on Amazon. You can find it on Apple iTunes. You can find it at Google Play. You can find it at Barnes and Novels. And you can find it on ebooks at all those websites for $9.95 ebook. And for soft copy, it's $13.95. So get your American Dreams. I will be having an interview today at Allegheny Mountain Radio. Please tune in to AlleghenyMountainRadio.org to find Black Queen interview. Thank you so much. Live, love, and stay blessed. Thank you so much.
And good morning, Allegheny Mountain Radio. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a blessed day. In the background, that was the Staple Singers with God Has the World in His Hands. I am joined in studio by author Lizette Clark. She has written a book, The American Dream. How are you doing this morning, Lizette?
I am blessed. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Allegheny Mountain Radio, and welcome to our airways. The American Dream. That's your title. That's a big claim. The American Dream. What does that mean to you, Lizette?
Well, the name says it all. The American Dreams is about my dreams I had before I come to America. I'm a foreigner, and I migrated here, and it's not what I expected. It's different from all. So it's my life story, and I write it to inspire other people, foreigners like myself, so that they don't make the same mistakes that I do, and it can inspire them to come along and join the journey and see that it's fun. It's a nice place to be, but you know, there's hip hops everywhere.
Well, let me ask you this. So where is home? You said you're a foreigner. Where is home? Where are you from?
I'm original from Jamaica. Yes. Jamaican blood in my genes. Jamaican there. Yes. I am from Jamaica and I migrated here and I took my children here. So this is home. And I call it home and it's beautiful, wonderful. So I just put it into writing for them to understand that I changed from home to here. It's a big change because home is secluded to just wet, sunshine, and rain. And here have 4 seasons and a lot of different stuff. So I got a culture shock a little bit.
What were some of the obstacles or what were some of the things that were different that you didn't anticipate or challenges that you had?
Well, I'm telling you, first it's credit. We don't do credit in Jamaica. That's the biggest thing for me. And then you have kids going to school in just normal clothes. And then I have all kind of other stuff, whereas the weather, I have experience with different kind of culture and all different stuff. I just can't narrow it down. You have to read my book to find that out.
So your kids, you said you came here with your kids. Your kids go to the Bath County Public School System? Yes,
they do. And that's a part of my culture shock. Because when they first got here, they even have pajama days. So that got me out. I'm like, why does a kid need to wear a pajama to school? And then they have football. God lead at me, Jesus. Football, we don't do that kind of game in Jamaica. I'm sorry. It's just an excuse for hostility. We do soccer, and soccer is fine, and we call it football. But their football is bumping into each other. So that's the big thing for me.
What was it like watching your son play tackle football for the first time?
Lord have his mercy. I said, boy, let go of that ball.
Well, if you're just joining us, this is Danny. I'm Danny. This is Gospel and Country Hour. I'm joined in studio by author Lizette Clark. Her book, The American Dream. You immigrated from Jamaica. How long have you been in the States?
I have been in Hot Springs for 7 years. I was in Florida for a while, so in total I'm here for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
So, but Hot Springs is different, and I love it. It's a place to call home. Florida is nice, but Hot Springs weather spoiled me. So, Hot Springs is my life.
Well, what was it like your first winter dealing with snow?
Actually, I loved it. I love the snow until it's kind of muking up. That's the time I said, please go away. And that's a part of my book, all about the snow. It's in there. You need to go over there and find it.
Well, what we're going to do is get back into some music, and then we'll be on the other side of the break. We're going to be joined by author Lizette Clark. Her book, The American Dream. When did when was it released? What was your release date again?
It just really released since August 4th. So it's just 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
Yes.
You had already have had one book signing event in Florida, is that correct?
I did. It was wonderful. I love the support of the people in Florida. It was a warm welcome. And I have 48 books sold in less than 2 hours. The love
awesome.
was great down there, and that was my first book signing. And you can find me in Amazon, Google Play, Barnes & Novel, Facebook, Black Queen. My business page is Black Queen, and you can find me in Facebook. I will be at Warm Spring.
Lizette Clark, her book, The American Dream. So, when you sit down to write a book like that, I mean, obviously it's a bucket list thing or something you're passionate about, but who are you writing this book for?
Well, this book, I do a little bit of immigration law. This book is for all the foreigners out there, my kids, for them to relate to it. They're also foreigners, but they haven't been through the journey that I've been through. So I write this book for them to read, go places, the places that they haven't been, through my eyes and through my writing, and not to make the same mistakes that I make through my book. So by reading it, it inspires you and it takes you to another level of understanding America.
Let me ask you this, and there's a picture as you receive your citizenship. Talk about how the process of becoming a citizen and how that worked.
It was a sense of belonging, a sense of worth. When I received my citizenship, that was 4 years ago, I was elated. I was excited. I now get to enjoy the benefits that was restricted from us when we're not a citizen. So becoming a citizen in America, I'm a proud patron, and I'm happy to say that it gives me a self-worth for me to climb up a couple more ladders and fly and walk and run through my dreams, knowing that, yes, I am now part of America, the place I dream about, the American dream.
Let me ask you, so how often do you get to visit home, or when was the last time you were able to visit home with the pandemic and everything going on?
Well, with the pandemic, it kind of stopped us at a gap. I haven't been home for the last 5 years. 5 years I have not been home, neither my children, because, I mean, we would love to, but there's a lot of restriction. And with this pandemic, it's been a hard task for everyone. It changes a lot of stuff. It do me a lot of good. That may sound strange. It helped me to realize that I'm an artist. And it helps me to discover a lot of other stuff. I'm a loan consolidator, immigration law. I make Ottoman. I do a lot of stuff because of the pandemic. I even be teacher to my children because they're at home most of the time, and everywhere they go, it's like a shock. So with this, it do me some good, and it's so sad for the people that lost their life. But yeah, it do me a lot of good.
So you were able to take advantage of the time and do some things. And talk about being a teacher, though. For a lot of folks, that was a new thing for them with homeschooling and everything. How was that?
First, it was a down the wall. I won't lie to you. First, it was hard, but then I get to it. I work my schedule out, and so I'm a mother. I have 6 kids, so I have to go around, and they're different age groups. The bigger one can help the smaller one, and then I chipped in when they don't know what it is that they need. So that's where the teacher role come in, and then I be the teacher to them. And right now, my 3-year-old daughter, she's at a 5-year-old level, just from homeschooling by through the pandemic. She's at a 5-year-old level, and I get things online, and I help her with my day-to-day experience. So it been a task for me.
Okay, okay. Well, what we're going to do is hear a song, and we'll be back on the other side. If you're just joining in, I am Danny. I'm joined in studio by author Lizette Clark. Her book, The American Dream, it's been out a couple weeks, and she's going to have a book signing event September 5th at the Warm Springs Inn. And we're going to hear some more music, and we'll be back on the other side of the break. Studio by author Lizette Clark. I want to ask you, there was a little story in your book about your first time out in the snow and you not being properly attired for the snow and whatnot. Talk about that little story.
Yes, it's a part of my book, and I'm going to give you an insight of it. When I just got here, my first snow, my first winter, I was so elated. I was excited. I went outside, not in proper shoes, in slanders. I wasn't wearing a mitten, no jacket, nothing. So I got sick. I went to the hospital, and I spent 3 hours at the hospital. They gave me an IV, and then when I got sent home, I got a bill for $5,000. So I'm like, a hospital bill for $5,000? What am I gonna do? So they said that I can arrange a payment plan to pay $25. So until the bill has been completed, I'm like, I can arrange a payment plan for a hospital bill? That's excited. So I kind of cooled down a little bit. I wasn't that sad no more because I was wondering, where am I going to pay my bill? So that's the part of the book that you might want to read, and it have a lot more exciting stories, not just the hospital. It have a lot where I have traveled, where I have worked, how many bikes I've ride, how many cars I've drive, how many $200 cars I've brought. So go in and buy my book, The American Dreams. You can find it on Amazon, on Apple iTunes, Barnes and Novel, Google Play. And you can find me on my business page at Black Queen, and you can find me in Facebook, Lizette Clark. So go ahead, get The American Dreams. It's $13.95 and softback copy, and then on ebook it's $9.95. So be a supporter. Come down here and get in the know with Black Queen. The American Dreams by Lizette Clark. Thank you so much.
So let me ask you, so the first time you see snow, you play in snow. I mean, you've probably always seen pictures and images. Did it live up to the hype? Was it worth the $5,000 medical bill?
It did. That might sound crazy, but it did. I loved every moment of it. It did worth it. I'm telling you, I always dreamed of just lying in the snow. I see in movies where they make snow angel. I do all of that. So it was worth the $5,000. I'm telling you.
Well, let me ask you, of your travels in America, was there somewhere that you have been to that was somewhere you always wanted to go? Like, what was the first sort of American destination you wanted to travel to that you were able to go to?
Yeah, that's interesting because I have Hollywood. I always see Hollywood, and I said I have to be in Hollywood. My sister and I, when I was first coming here, we played that Hollywood song, and it stuck in my head. And I said, 2 years after being here, when I get my permanent residency, I went straight to Hollywood. I pay so much bills. I'm like, oh no, this is not worth it. So yes, I've been to Hollywood. It was on my bucket list, and I've been there. It's something what I expect.